Hello, everyone. This is Elizabeth Diamond Rose. I want to talk to you about the Sagittarius full moon that we've just gone through on Saturday, Sunday, and it's landed, and now we are coming out of its jaws and really can see the effects. So the full moon was full at 3:41 a.m. GMT on the 4th of June. So please adjust to your time zone. Now, everyone has Sagittarius somewhere in their birth chart. And remember, your birth chart is really a map for your life. It maps out how you're configured, who you are in all your multifaceted parts and multidimensional selves. And it is also a destiny map. So I use this for myself and my clients all the time, because there is no better concrete, tangible way of seeing where you are and what's coming at you and what's helping you and where you're going to end up, and even the timings of those transits and those phases can be precisely worked out and calculated. So find out where Sagittarius is in your chart. You can visit www.astro.com to find out, and they'll give you a free birth chart there. So if your sun, moon, and ascendant is in Sagittarius, then the effects would have been stronger. For everyone else, where there's Sagittarius just in one part of your chart, it's focused on that part. And that's where you got the turmoil, the shifting, the tilling of the land. I'm using a metaphor here, the tilling of the land in order to seed. So this influence will be really present with you now. The full moon is an opposition. So we have a new moon and a full moon every month. And the full moon is when the sun is over here, the moon is over here. And that big traction between is the alchemy, the alchemical process of what the opposition is trying to show you and teach you from both sides. This full moon, the sun is in Gemini, 13 degrees, full moon in Sagittarius at 13 degrees. So this is a axis in and of itself, because they are the opposite signs. So the idea with an axis is that you start at the sign that comes first, and that sign, to be fullest, goes through and develops to the opposite sign. So Gemini is the younger brother to Sagittarius. But the evolved sign always needs to be connected to the starting sign, because it needs to stay grounded. And the initiating sign also has lots and lots of wonderful traits and capabilities to utilize. So the idea being that eventually any two signs on an axis will become one within us, will become whole within us, and then we are firing on all cylinders from that part of our psyche, that part of our being, and that part of our destiny plan. Remember, it's all about how we live through this life and follow our destiny. Breathe that in. So the purpose of this axis is communication, communication in all its forms, and how our communication expresses, extols, and helps us define and create really our beliefs. And it is the power of those beliefs formed from our communication has a massive effect on our lives. So how we speak our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs to ourselves, in our mind chatter, in our our self-talk can exercise huge influence. How we speak to others also affects our outcomes, our interactions, the interplay of our lives. And all of that supports and is behind every single action that we take or don't take. So yes, the power of our words and our thoughts is immense. Never underestimate how our words can cure or cut or create or resolve and find the middle ground. So look at what information you seek, because that information shapes your life. How you action the knowledge and turn it therefore into wisdom will also directly affect your ability to achieve and be successful. Knowledge is one thing, wisdom is another. Again, how do we turn what we know into wise knowing? We action what we know, and then at the end of that action, we decide, did that feel light and right for us? Did that feel valuable for us or not? If not, then we have to make the changes and the tweaks and the realignments within us so that next time we do something similar, we are taking the knowledge that we had mixed with the experience of our actions, and that then teaches us a higher way. That's wisdom. That's wisdom in action. This access also governs the dissemination of information. So mainstream news, media, advertising, film, music, all of that communication zone in our life. So be mindful what you watch, be mindful what it's trying to make you do, what its motivation and agenda is. And be selective. Tune in to the heart to see whether that actually resonates as real or truthful or not, and then choose accordingly. Also, I would have to say that whole communication-based sector of our world really needs to clean up its act. In the UK, we've got Prince Harry waging his one-man crusade to clean up the journalist industry and the way journalism is worked. Good luck with that. I admire him in that regard. I admire him for his take, because obviously this is born out of the belief that the media killed his mother, Princess Diana. So he's doing what he believes to be right. And isn't that what any of us should do? Okay, so the moon is in the evolved sign. Remember, Gemini, the start of that axis, Sagittarius, the evolution of that axis. The moon is in the evolved sign, and therefore is the teacher here. Our Sagittarius moon is teaching our Gemini sun. So wherever you've got Sagittarius and Gemini in your chart is where all the action is, and it's where your Gemini, in opposition to the wisdom and the truth and the universal knowing that Sagittarius has, is maybe in conflict, and that's where the alchemy will work to heal and elevate and evolve. So the week that built up to the weekend, well, it could have been all sorts of things. You may have had some inspiration, some breakthrough moment, some connection, and you might have thought, oh my goodness, this is the way to go. If that's for you, follow it, trust it, check in, but definitely explore it, adventure it, and see where it takes you. However, the opposite might also be true, and you may have had the run-up to the full moon being one of frustration, where communication and miscommunication and the power of that communication may have definitely affected you. Maybe you felt someone was talking about you in not such a great way, or maybe that was you and you sitting there going, did I say too much? Did I say the wrong thing? Maybe you felt judged, or you felt on the end of somebody or something coming at you with a fixed superiority that wasn't going to listen to your side. Maybe you had a dilemma and you didn't know which way to go, and you were still trying to find the best route. Perhaps frustrations and fears came to the surface and were running your show. Maybe you were spiraling in a little bit of anxiety and indecision. These are some of the ways that the full moon could have had an impact or an effect as it was building up to its peak. For all of that, maybe as well, I just want to say and add in there relationships, because there was quite a strong axis of tension as well in another part of the sky around relationships. So did you feel someone had something over you or had you over? Did you feel that there was lack of truth or deception or illusions circulating in a relationship? And did you feel sad and lost about something? Did you feel that you were at the end and that it was all over? Well, okay, maybe something came to an end for you, but that doesn't ever mean it's the end of your life. So remember that. And Sagittarius empowerment, which was seeded in the full moon delivery, teaches us to rise above the mundane fray and take the higher road, find the higher meaning. So look to your higher power, connect with your higher power, and allow it to come in and take effect on you. Because in this part of your chart, you have the innate ability to evolve past the mundane and look down on it, to look at the bigger picture, and then come into balance. Because remember, choice, what we choose to action and enact, is the sovereign motivation of our lives in all things. And action leads us, whether you take the high road or the low road, leads us to a point of balance. So connect intuitively, offer up any situation that is troubling you, and wait to see for what comes back to you. Signs, watch the animals around you, watch the sky, watch the clouds, watch your intuitive thoughts, watch the songs that stand out to you, watch every kind of dream or vision or imagining that you have. All of these are common ways that the intuition will connect with you. And you will be led, if you simply surrender and allow, you will be led to the justice that the higher laws will deliver. So whatever crazy circumstances you got going on, the new opportunities will come your way when you let go of any trauma, any ties that bind or cut, any dead ends. Come out of that, go the opposite way. This is what we all need to do. And then wait for our higher self and our higher power to co-create with us to take us to a better, more secure, more open pathway. In all cases, when we change our mind, we change our destiny. Now, I'm not advocating don't have healthy boundaries and don't have goals and don't have a plan. That's all part of a successful life. But I am saying watch the evolution and choose from there. Sagittarius power knows how to work, rest, and play, and knows to transmit and broadcast that which it believes to be true. Use its power of assertiveness and ability to speak and even be outspoken in a way. Use its frank and truthful power in an optimistic, positive dynamic to help you build new horizons. Develop those new beliefs from your experiences. Open your mind, allow new possibilities. Just because something has happened one way once or even twice or even your whole life does not mean that you are doomed to it being that way forever. Allow that shift of growth to come in and expect differently from here on in. Because your life really is a partnership between you and the source, God, Goddess, creator of all that is that made you. In between, there's lots of helpers, your higher self, your guides, guardians, and angels, and other realms. And all of that working together in co-creation to bring the unfolding of new information, to teach you how to change your habits. And that's what we all go through all the time. Finally, this lunation deposits a goodly amount of divine masculine energy to help us be more assertive, more powerful, to go out into the world at large. And it will deliver the courage to expand, and push forward from that higher thought, positive process into a higher expression of our lives. So great growth motivation. And for sure, remember, when we act positively, when we take account, when we decide, yes, this is me, I take my first step, it starts to put an end to anxiety, frustration, and crazy making living. So I hope that helps you. I send you much love until next time. Elizabeth Diamond Rose signing off for now. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.